Well, that's it then.
It's gone. But not forgotten.
5 days.
Well, good God, surely we're capable of existing 5 days without staring at a television set.
We'll all go down to Builder's Arms.
What, on a Thursday night? It'd be like sitting in the morgue.
Well, there's more pubs in the world than Builders. We'd dive up the wheat cheek for a couple.
Flaming public houses. There's more to life than boozing, you know. How do you think other people manage when their tellies break down?
They go next door and watch someone else's.
They talk to each other.
Joke.
Yes, Douglas, talk. We were going to have you brought up to do it, but we couldn't afford the fees. And the rest of you are just as bad. Do you know, in the last 6 months, the only things that have been said around here are open up another light ale and what's on the other channel.
5:25, there's Flipper on one side and Blue Peter on the other.
You see, that's exactly what I'm up against. Well, there's going to be some changes made round here starting from now. Because like it or lump it, for the first time in this flat, we're all going to sit down and hold a family conversation. Sit.
Man's right, you know. All these years we've been sat here night after night staring at the telly over there.
At last, I'm getting through to somebody.
What we should do is move it over here so it doesn't come out the window.
God, give me strength. Can't one of you start a conversation?
It's all right, you saying talk, Queenie. The trouble is we've got naught to say to each other.
Wait a minute. I've got an idea. We won't have a conversation. We'll have a discussion. No, we won't. We'll do it like they do up at Oxford and Cambridge. And you all know what they do up at university.
Have a loving.
We have a debate.
Is the motion of this House that you all should over to Builders' Arms and trough some ale? All those in favour? Carried unanimously.
Hold it. I am just debating in my mind whether to fetch the first one that opens that door a crack right across the face. Now sit. Right. Now, we will have a debate. First of all, we have to pretend to be famous people, and we're up in a balloon.
What for?
I'm telling you what for. We're 5 famous people, and we're up in a balloon, only there's a leak in it, so what do?
Travel BEA.
One of us has got to be chucked over the side. Now, which one is it going to be?
Our bunny, because he's littlest.
Nobody chucks me over the side or they get bothered.
Sit down. You don't clobber each other in the face when you're debating. We each stand up in turn and give our reasons why we should not be chucked over the side. And the one with the least votes loses.
Well, if they carry on like this in the Oxford Union, no wonder they're all pig ignorant.
Get on with it, Queenie, if we're doing it.
Well, first of all, we have to decide which famous people we're going to be. Right. Raymond, who are you?
Somebody famous.
Yes.
Anywhere it will.
Yes.
Alive or dead.
Either. Hurry up.
I can't think of anybody.
Anybody. I mean, the world's crawling with them. There's Nixon, Omar, Sharif, Morecambe and Wise, Mao Zedong,
Mrs. Mills.
Errol Flynn, Quinton Ogg. What do you mean you can't think of anybody?
Come on.
How can I think of one when he just said them all?
God, lad, there's more famous people in the world than our Jack's just come up with.
Oh.
Well, there's dozens of them. Oh, we'll come back to you in a minute. Bunny, who are you going to be?
I'll be Jackie Charlton.
Right. Jackie Charlton. Sure you don't want to be a politician or a prime minister or a member of parliament or something like that? I mean, it's not going to be much of a debate, is it? It's going to be all about football.
If he wants to be Jackie Charlton, let him be Jackie Charlton. The bloody balloon's going to be in the Atlantic before we know where we are at this rate.
Right. He's Jackie Charlton.
Hey, ask me who I am.
We're coming to you. It's our Douglas's turn next. Douglas, who are you?
Corky the cat.
Who, love?
Corky the cat.
Oh, that's brilliant, that is. Jackie Charlton and Corky the cat in a leaky balloon.
That's who I am, Corky the cat.
Oh, he can't be a cat. If he's a cat, he can count me out of it.
No, our Bunny's right, love. I mean, you can't be famous cartoon animals. You've got to be a famous person. Think of a person.
Callan.
Right, Callan. Now then, that's Jackie Charlton and Callan so
Come
far.
on, ask me.
Oh, we're all dying to know, Jack. Who are you?
The brothers Montgolfier.
Show off.
Who the hell are the brothers? What's the name when they're not home?
Well, that just goes to show how thick, puddled and dim-witted you are. The brothers Montgolfier invented balloons, so they'd be the last to get chucked out, so I've won. Who's coming to build us out?
If you could be the brothers Montgolfier, I'm going to be the Magnificent Seven and chuck you over the side.
And I'm going to be Dirty Dozen and chuck the lot on your other side.
No! You can only be one person.
Oh, all right then. Dr. Crippen.
Yes, well, that's all right. Dr. Crippen. Yes, he's very good, he is. Now, me, I'll be Princess Margaret.
So, we've got Dr. Crippen, Princess Margaret, Jackie Charlton and Callan all up in a balloon. The mind boggles.
Now, there's only our Raymond left. Come on, Raymond, have you decided who you're going to be yet?
Somebody famous that's alive, somebody alive that's famous.
Choose somebody for him, for God's sake.
Got it.
Who?
Jackie Charlton.
I give up.
We've already got Jackie Charlton. Our Bunny snapped him up first. You have got to try and think of a different person.
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper?
Any objections?
Right. Tommy Cooper. Now then, who have we got so far? We've got Jackie Charlton, Dr. Crippen, Callan, Princess Margaret, and Tommy Cooper.
Is that it then? Can we all get off now?
Sit down. We haven't started the debating yet. We all have to stand up in turn and give our reasons why we should not be chucked over the side because of all the good things we've done for humanity.
You what?
Oh, good God, Jack, I don't have to explain it all to you. I thought you understood it.
Well, does it look as if I understood it? I mean, if I'd have known I had to stand up and yatter on about my benefits to humanity, would I have settled myself with Dr. Bloody Crippen?
Well, he must have been some good, otherwise he wouldn't have been a doctor, would he?
He's a murderer! He swung for it! How can I stand up and defend a fellow who's been tried, found guilty and ended up in a 6-foot rope?
Well, then change it, only be quick about it.
Gandhi.
Gandhi? What would Gandhi be doing in a balloon with Tommy Cooper?
The same thing, mate, that Callum will be doing with Princess Margaret. I'm Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Get on with it.
Right, he's Gandhi. Now then, Bunny, you go first.
Shall I stand up?
Yes.
I'll stand up then.
I'll be very interested to hear what Jackie Charlton has done to benefit the rest of humanity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, I would like to say that I think I should not be chucked out of this balloon because of all the good I've done, living in the jungle, building hospitals for blackies. Thank you.
Oh, that's very good, Bunny.
Just a minute, just a minute.
What jungle?
What bloody hospitals?
Blackies?
Well, you didn't know I changed, did you? I'm Albert Schweitzer now.
You can't change it up in a balloon, chuffer. How can you be Jackie Charlton 1 minute and Albert Schweitzer the next?
I could Gandhi talking, you were Dr. Crippen 5 minutes since.
I had the simple intelligence to stop being Dr. Crippen and start being Gandhi before the flaming balloon left the flipping ground.
Right, we'll come back to Bunny later. Raymond, you go next. I'm sorry to trouble you, Raymond, dear, but do you think we could have a little word of explanation?
Don't you get it? Don't you get him? I'm being Tommy Cooper.
Oh, I see. Of course. That's very good, That is, yes. Yeah, it's the best one I've seen for a long time, is that. Very lifelike. Only you're supposed to stand up and speak out loud and clear. You're on trial for your life. You don't stand there wiggling your fingers about in the air like a raving lunatic.
Tommy Cooper wiggles his fingers in air.
Trust him to get the wrong end of the stick.
If you can do any better, big head, you'll be Tommy Cooper.
Don't you call me big head, Tommy Cooper. I'll stuff your face down your throat.
Cheer up,
Belt up the lot of you. Otherwise I'll start and then you'll all know it. Good God, surely they don't carry on like this up at Oxford and Cambridge. Right, who's next one to say his piece?
Me. Oh, my goodness. What a terrible thing is happening to all these people in this balloon, I am telling
That's enough.
Get out of
That's
here.
enough. If we can't debate peacefully without all this arguing, then we're not going to debate at all. We'll get straight on with the voting.
What about Callan? He hasn't opened his gob yet.
Well, I haven't actually heard Princess Margaret shouting her head off either, but I don't hear her complaining. Now then, you all work it out in your minds, such as they are, what value you've been to the community, and you write it down on these bits of paper. Give him one. Now then, ready? Go. And you hand them back. That's right, and the one with the least votes gets chucked over the side. Now then, we've got one for Tommy Cooper, Mahatma Gandhi, one for Jackie Charlton, one for Callan. There's 2 L's in Callan. Here, you rotten pigs. You've all voted for yourselves, haven't you?
Well, and who have you voted for, eh? Her Royal Highness Princess Margaret Rowe.
That's what you call your royal prerogative.
And our royal prerogative is to go and pour some ale down our throats. Right, or whatever your name
And
is.
it's Gandhi's turn.
Right, I'm in the chair.
Let's be having your glasses, please.
I was there to serve, and by golly, I pity the man who tried to stop me doing it.
Well, that's all we got time for. Thank you, Field Marshal.
Just a minute.
The time is just coming up to 11:41, and that's it from us to you until tomorrow. Good night, everyone, and don't forget to switch off your set, will you?
Now.
Right.
Right. Now, this is the balloon, isn't it? And this is me, Gandhi, isn't it? And this is, what's his name?
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper, right. And they're all in the balloon. And there's Princess Margaret, Jackie Charlton, and Callan.
Keep your voice down, will you? Do you know what the time is?
What's up with you, then? We're just having a discussion.
A discussion at this time of night? You've been sitting here since 6:30 and never opened your mouth.
The telly was on.
Now there are no further diversions. We have decided to resume a friendly argument.
You owe me for a dozen glasses from your last friendly argument.
No, well, it's not that kind of an argument, you see. This one is more intellectual.
And we want you, as an uninvolved witness, to settle it.
Go on.
You remember Gandhi?
Gandhi?
Gandhi, remember him, don't you?
Well, vaguely. He didn't come in here a lot. They don't drink, you know, owing to religious persuasion.
Don't be bloody sarcastic. You've got Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper.
Jackie Charlton.
I've heard it.
He's heard it.
That joke. There was a sailor in yesterday, he told me it. Only with him it was Henry Cooper, Fidel Castro, and that there Rossani Brasso. They all go up to heaven, don't they?
And there's a big nun waiting for him in front of the pearly gates. Right, says this nun. Undo your trousers.
It's not a mucky joke. It's a serious problem.
There's 5 famous people up in a balloon and one's to be chucked over the side.
Which one of you's been putting rum in his drinks again? I won't be unresponsible this time.
He's only had 12 pints.
So go on, what's answer?
14 and 10pence.
How do you mean?
4 pints and a gin and tonic.
Chalk it up.
I'm not chalking it up. There's too much chalking up going on round here. Now, come on, sup up, pay up, and get home.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, I'll stand for it. Would you mind just briefly recapping your problem?
You've got Princess Margaret, Gandhi, Jackie Charlton, Tommy Cooper and Callan.
Yes, now we did have Dr. Crippen favouring us with his presence at one stage of the proceedings, but we blew him out.
And there's the 5 of them, isn't there, all up in this leaky balloon. Now, which one would you throw over the side?
And if I give you an answer, will you promise to go home?
You won't see us backsides for dust.
Right. Well, there's a logical answer to every problem, somewhere, if you can find it, so let's have a go. Now then, Princess Margaret, royal family, she can't go. Jackie Charlton, England team, he's all right. Callan, now he's got it up here, hasn't he? So we'll need him at the controls. Tommy Cooper, he makes them all laugh, so we can't lose him. Who we're left with? Gandhi, neither use nor ornament.
I'm Gandhi.
I thought he wore a tablecloth.
I'm Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi.
Ah, well, you never told me that, did you? I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. We can't let Gandhi go. We'll need him for spiritual guidance. Tommy Cooper, it's been nice knowing you. I suppose you wouldn't be Tommy Cooper, would you?
Who?
I thought you might. Princess Margaret. Jackie Charlton.
We couldn't make up our minds, you see, so we thought we'd leave the final decision to an uninvolved party.
Uninvolved? I'm up to my neck in dog muck no matter which way I turn. The best I can expect is a tonic bottle of made from Princess Margaret.
So who do you vote for?
It's a good job Jackie Charlton's here in body but not in spirit.
Oh, you see, it's long past his bedtime.
Well, I told you I wasn't going to make littlest that had to go.
I'm sorry, Mr. Revy. You'll have to call in one of your reserves. Right, that's it. Home time.
Leeds
Hey,
United!
Dors. Funny, it's after hours.
Bless him. He still thinks he's Jackie Chan. He just knew he's been chucked over the side.
Oh, my godfather's a flaming constabulary.
Jack, Raymond, Douglas, back door, back legs.
Hey, mind how you go in the dark. I had a delivery from the brewery this afternoon. Just a minute. Hello, Mr. Thornton. Nice to know the local force is on its toes and looking after our interests while we're all tucked up snug in our beds.
There were sounds of unauthorized revelry emanating from these premises.
That was me, singing to myself. I couldn't get to sleep, so I came down for some cheesy biscuits. I washed up and locked up hours ago.
You say you washed up? Hours ago?
Oh, aye, those. Well, I had a few personal friends in for a bit of a private party.
Right. Would you care to enumerate your list of guests this evening?
Oh, my godfathers. I do believe that's Princess Margaret tripped over a beer crate and fallen flat on her bum.
Princess Margaret.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma...
Callan. Tommy Cooper.
Leeds United!
I've said this much, ma'am. It's the first time I've ever seen anybody do a somersault and not spill a drop from a bloody gin and
I have a
tonic.
good mind to sue that flaming pub, leaving beer crates around all over the place. I've cracked me shin and torn a new pair of tights.
You cracked his beer crate as well. I'll have to mend it for him in the morning.
Well.
Oh, would you believe it? It's a new one. Ha ha! We'll have to make them empty.
Yes, well, I'll say this. I've learned my lesson. I don't care what they do up at Oxford and Cambridge. There's going to be no more debating in this flat.
There's only one thing that bothers me. We never heard any of that joke.
What joke?
That dirty joke about that nun in heaven.
Undo your trousers!
That'll do for you.
How did it go, though? Fidel Castro, Gregory Peck, and Cassius Clay.
It weren't Cassius Clay, it was Henry Cooper.
Dr. Crippen!
Dr. Crippen was bloody miles away. It was Henry Cooper.
No, he wasn't. He was Nat King
Castro.
No, I know. It was Gregory Peck, it was Engelbert Humperdinck, but it was Tommy Cooper.
Yes, none of you knows what he's talking about because it was an Englishman, an Irishman, and a Jew. Now, they all went up to heaven